Underway tonight in Texas. A state of emergency declared tonight in parts of Louisiana. Harvey rapidly gaining strength tonight, now forecast to hit as a Category 3 hurricane. Authorities warn up to 35 inches of rain, possibly life-threatening. Our team in the storm zone tonight, and Ginger Z is here with the new track just in. Also breaking tonight, the hostage standoff in Charleston. A man walking into a restaurant, pointing a gun into a woman's stomach. Authorities then say firing at someone else. The threat from President Trump. He says he will shut down the government if that's what it takes to get funding to build the wall. But who's paying for it? The high school cheerleader, did the coach go too far, forcing her to do more than she could? The Powerball mix-up, the wrong location, but now the correct winner. The hospital worker, and tonight, what she's already told her boss.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Thursday night, and we begin with that hurricane rapidly growing in size and strength, barreling through the Gulf and headed toward the U.S. tonight. Harvey becoming a Category 1 hurricane just this afternoon, 85-mile-an-hour winds already, and still growing. Expected to be a Category 3 when it hits. Urgent warnings going out, evacuations underway at this hour, flights already being canceled. Families stocking up for what could be nearly 3 feet of rain. And if the forecast is right, it would be the first Category 3 to make landfall in the U.S. in more than a decade. Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z has been in the newsroom with us all afternoon tracking this. And Ginger, where is Harvey right now?
Hurricane Harvey is less than 300 miles south and east of Corpus Christi. We take you to the maps, David, to see it moving north-northwest at 10 miles per hour. In the next 24 hours, we will see again rapid intensification. And that's why the track takes it into that hurricane-warned area as a Category 3 major hurricane. Those hurricane watches and warnings have been up, and now you see the track taking it through the weekend, staying at Category 2 through the afternoon on Saturday, making a U-turn back toward the Gulf of Mexico, and then going north and east. We could be talking about this storm, David, through the next midweek or beyond, and that's why that local 35 inches is up in that white area. It is a 10-plus region, and why rainfall and flooding are the #1 impact as far as life and property loss. And then you see storm surge, 6 to 12 feet, waves up to 20 feet. In the wind warning, they're saying locations could be uninhabitable for weeks or even months.
But we cannot underscore it's the rain. Up to 35 inches of rain they're talking about right now.
Days on end.
All right, Ginger, thanks. Ginger Z leading us off. Texas, of course, right in the path tonight. The first significant rains begin tomorrow morning. Outer bands already being seen tonight. Evacuations underway. Also a state of emergency in parts of Louisiana at this hour. ABC senior national correspondent Matt Gutman is already in the storm zone.
With Hurricane Harvey's outer bands already gouging the coastline, the Gulf Coast is in a frenzy of hammering, sandbagging, and fleeing. A mass exodus now underway in several Texas towns, including Port Aransas, where there's a mandatory evacuation tonight. The storm whipping itself up from a tropical depression into a full-blown hurricane in just a few hours today, triggering alarm bells from Corpus Christi, Texas to New Orleans, and some very stark warnings.
We are going to, in the strongest possible terms, encourage the residents in the low-lying areas, as they say, get out of Dodge.
Helping folks get out of Dodge, airlines waiving change and cancellation fees for those in the storm's path. In Corpus Christi, they're swarming hardware stores.
Folks are buying sandbags by the palletful here, but the line to pick them up here stretches around the block. Some folks saying it's 3.5 hours long.
Inside Southland's Hardware, clerks scrambling.
No half inch at all.
The line for plywood 30 minutes long, customers on edge.
Everybody just went to Code Red, and we all came basically just to prepare ourselves.
Yeah, I'm 65 now, and I don't want to die at 65.
In Houston, where the storm is forecast to dump a biblical deluge, shelves picked clean.
There's no more water. There's no more bread. The bread's already running out as well.
Cars lining up for hours at gas stations.
This is the line to get gas. Absolute insanity over this hurricane.
In New Orleans earlier this month, a summer squall flooded streets. There's now concern the city's pumps won't be able to keep up.
We're in a more vulnerable space than we should be in.
Millions of people are likely to feel the direct impact of the storm, but the entire country could be affected. But also in the storm's path, some 20 refineries producing 4 million barrels of oil. But it doesn't take a hurricane to wreak destruction. Tropical storm Allison in 2001 caused $5 billion in damage.
So let's get right to Matt Gutman live tonight from Corpus Christi. And Matt, they're talking about a storm surge of up to 12 feet.
That's right, David. And just over the past couple of hours, we've also felt this wind pickup here. You may hear it on my microphone. Now, initially, they were talking about 4 to 6 foot storm surge. Now it is 12 feet, meaning the water in the bay here would go over my head, and the waves during the storm would be crashing well above that lamppost. David.
All right, Matt Gutman already there for us tonight. Matt, thank you. We will have much more on the hurricane throughout the night at abcnews.com. And again, first thing in the morning on Good Morning America. In the meantime, next tonight, the hostage standoff in downtown Charleston, South Carolina. A gunman in a popular restaurant crowded at lunchtime. Schools and businesses put on lockdown as SWAT teams then moved in. Here's ABC's Steve Osunsami.
Frightened tourists and residents ran from this packed restaurant as the shooter ran in.
A man came up to the door in white, and I just went over to ask if everything was okay, if I could help him. And he locked the door and put a gun in my belly and told me to get on the floor.
Around 1:15 noon at Virginia's in the heart of Charleston's busy entertainment district, police say a former dishwasher came back looking for his old boss and then shot and killed the executive chef.
I went out to see what was going on, and I saw a cook coming by, and he was very visibly shaken, and I said, what happened? He said the boss man was shot.
At 12:21, the police arrived with SWAT teams, dogs, and snipers on rooftops.
Suspect is currently on scene at 412 King Street.
People in the building across the street took this picture of paramedics at work. The gunman was still inside, holding one person hostage and telling everyone else to get on the floor and crawl out the restaurant. The standoff ended around 2:30 p.m. when police say they shot and critically wounded the gunman. His family is seen here waiting outside in tears. Police say the gunman has a history of mental health issues and tell us that the person he held hostage got out safely. David?
Steve Osunsami, thank you. And to the White House tonight, President Trump vowing to shut down the government if that's what it takes to fund and build the wall. But the White House was asked repeatedly today about the president's promise in the beginning that Mexico would pay for it. Here's ABC's chief White House correspondent, Jonathan Karl.
President Trump is in a war of words with his own party, threatening a government shutdown if Republican leaders don't come up with the money to pay for his biggest campaign promise, the wall on the Mexican border. During the campaign, the president promised over and over again that Mexico, not U.S. taxpayers, would pay for the wall.
And who's going to pay for the wall?
Back in January, the president softened on that, telling David U.S. taxpayers would pay it first.
Are you going to direct U.S. funds to pay for this wall? Will American taxpayers pay for the wall?
We're going to be starting those negotiations relatively soon, and we will be in a form reimbursed by Mexico, which I've always said.
So they'll pay us back?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
But this week, he threatened to shut down the government if Congress doesn't pay for it.
The obstructionist Democrats would like us not to do it, but believe me, if we have to close down our government, we're building that wall.
Sir, the president promised over and over again during the campaign that Mexico would pay for the wall. So why is he now threatening a government shutdown if Congress won't pay for it?
The president's committed to making sure this gets done.
But why is he threatening a shutdown over paying for it? I mean, again, he said over and over again, you talked about the campaign over and over again, he said Mexico's going to pay for the wall.
Now, once again, the president's committed to making sure this happens, and we're going to push forward.
But the White House press secretary today refused to repeat the president's threat to shut down the government. All this as the president's relationship with Republican leaders is in something of a free fall. 2 weeks ago, it was Republican Senate leader Mitch McConnell publicly airing his frustrations.
Our new president had, of course, not been in this line of work before, and I think had excessive expectations.
That prompted an irate phone call to McConnell from the president, with the president shouting profanities into the phone. The two men have not spoken since. And this morning, the president hammered McConnell on Twitter for the Senate's failure to repeal Obamacare, tweeting, "He failed. That should never have happened."
So let's get to John Carl tonight live at the White House. And John, how likely is it that the president will follow through on this threat to shut down the government if Congress doesn't approve money for the wall? What are your sources telling you tonight?
Well, David, White House officials have tried to turn the temperature down on this today, but it is hard to see how Republicans can deliver the votes to pay for the wall. And that means either the president has to back down or there will be a shutdown. And officials say he has no intention of backing down.
John Carl at the White House tonight. John, thank you. And speaking of money and funding, a dramatic day as we waited for the Powerball winner. First, the location announced was wrong, but by mid-afternoon, the correct store and, more importantly, the correct winner. Mavis Wanzik already calling her boss tonight and revealing how she chose those numbers. ABC's Gio Benitez from Massachusetts.
Tonight we have an exciting evening.
Tonight, after more than 2 months of rolling jackpots, a record-breaking winner comes forward.
I had a pipe dream, and my pipe dream has finally come true.
Mavis Wanzik, a 53-year-old mother and hospital worker from Chicopee, Massachusetts, going home with the largest jackpot ever won by a single ticket, $758 million. Today, sharing the moment she and a friend realized she'd won.
I was reading these numbers, and I pull mine out, and I go, hey, I have that. I have that. I have that. And he goes, let me see that ticket. He goes, you just won. I go, you're joking. Come on, please. He says, sign that ticket now.
Those winning numbers picked by Wanzik herself.
My numbers were kind of basically random, like maybe with our birthdays, maybe one from here, one from there.
But that big win also bringing some big confusion. The Massachusetts Lottery making a mistake, at first telling the wrong store owners they'd sold the winning ticket and had won $50,000 for making the sale.
For 7 hours, lottery officials said this is where that winning lottery ticket was sold, but it turns out it was actually sold an hour and a half away.
While the store didn't sell the jackpot, it did sell one of 34 tickets around the country worth $1 million. The store now getting 10 grand from the lottery.
We still had $1 million winner, so that's better than nothing.
6 other tickets are worth $2 million across the country tonight. As for Wanzik, she's taken the lump sum, $480 million, and says her days of working at the hospital are now over.
I've called them and told them I will not be coming back.
So what's she going to do with all of that money? Well, she says she's going to sit back, relax, pay off her car. But she also said just last month on Facebook that she's going to go ahead and maybe go on a vacation. That was perhaps a prediction, David.
All right, now it's paid for. Gio Benitez live in Massachusetts tonight. Way to go, Mavis. We turn to the other news this Thursday night and to the controversial videos involving the Baltimore police accused of evidence tampering, and tonight a new video that prosecutors say shows questionable activity. But the police say, after a review, that it proves the officer did exactly what he was supposed to do. Here's ABC's Pierre Thomas with the tape.
Baltimore police under intense scrutiny after an officer appeared to plant drugs incriminating a suspect earlier this year. 2 incidents recorded by police cameras. This one, an officer appeared to plant marijuana in a suspect's car before arresting him. And tonight, another Baltimore police officer under the microscope after a 3rd incident. The prosecutor's office now doubting his credibility. In this video, the officer pursuing a man with an outstanding warrant for drugs, body cameras rolling. The suspect is apprehended. Then suddenly he takes off, in handcuffs, police in hot pursuit, catching him after running into the woods.
Oh, I gotta search him.
Police don't find any drugs initially, but went to the scene after listening to a jailhouse call that allegedly directed them to the drugs. In the video, you see an officer pick up the drugs, but then puts them back down, only to pick them back up again. The officer claims he did that because he forgot to turn his body camera on. But prosecutors concerned that it was evidence tampering, dropping 43 cases connected to this officer. Today, a spirited defense from police.
There is nothing questionable about this. The officers did exactly what I and the community expected of them.
David, police typically turn on their cameras as they approach a crime scene and leave them on for the duration.
Pierre Thomas with us live tonight from Washington. Thank you, Pierre. The Navy has now suspended the search of the waters where the USS McCain collided with an oil tanker. None of the 10 missing sailors was found after a search of more than 2,000 square miles of sea east of Singapore. One body was found in the ship. Tonight, the Navy has revealed the names and the faces of the dead and the missing. They range in age from 20 to 39, and they hail from 8 U.S. states. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Thursday. The high school cheerleader and the new and controversial video tonight. Allegedly forced to do more than she could during cheerleading practice. Did the coach go too far? We want you to weigh in on this tonight. Also, the stabbing attack on a corrections officer, how law enforcement then